Welcome to Digivac's YouTube channel, Practical Vacuum. So, what I'm going to show you today is vacuum level control with our Model 450. So, we've got this great little Model 450. There's a little data sheet you can read off the website. And what it does is it actually sits in line with your vacuum pump. It sits between your vacuum pump and your vessel, and it maintains a particular vacuum level, say at 40 torr, 50 torr, anywhere from 2 torr all the way up to 760 torr. Now when you buy it on the website or the standard product, it's this big brick that looks like this, has this pretty front with a bunch of switches that are customizable. And in the back, it's quite simple. You just have 2 connections. So it works as both an instrument, a measurement instrument, and also works as a control mechanism. So what you do is you hook up your vessel to be controlled to this hose bar, and then you hook up your vacuum pump to this hose bar. Now what I'm here to tell you about today is not necessarily the base 450, but a kind of neat solution we came out to meet a customer need. And what this customer wanted is they wanted to be able to actually maintain a ramp rate of vacuum. That is, they wanted to start off at about 760 torr, and at 167 torr per hour, a ramp rate of 167 torr per hour, they wanted to slowly evacuate that vessel, probably to not stir up the contents of the process, to about 1 torr. And then they'd turn on their other vacuum pumps to go lower. So the spec on this was a very slow evacuation of their vessel down. And then at 2 torr, what they want to do is then open up and increase the actual orifice size to let their rotary vane vacuum pump work even harder. And then at 0.5 torr, what they wanted to do was actually turn on a blower to increase that molecular movement. So what we came up with at Digivac is a hybrid solution between our Model 450 and our 810 or our 801W gauge with controls. So how the whole system works is, first we're at atmospheric pressure, and this one actually they had another requirement where they wanted even better measurement accuracy, so we used a capacitance manometer. So here we see a capacitance manometer actually plumbed into this very technical vessel I have. That's our mock-up control vessel, and also 2 variant 531 vacuum tubes in addition to give us additional vacuum measurement readings that have accuracy in the millitorr range. So what we have is our Model 450 that's taking its sensor readings from this 1000 torr capacitance manometer, and then also this customer wanted all of the actual control mounted actually on their plumbing. So what we did is we took the valve that's native to the controller and brought it out here. We have just a quick filtration here to make sure any of the contents of the process don't contaminate the pump. And then we also have the bleed valve here as well. So how this whole system works here is that and right here what we have is the vessel side, and here we have the pump side. So how it works is when we start, this valve is closed, so these big pretty fittings aren't actually passing any molecular gas at all. And the only opening is what this valve lets through. So what we do is we start off at 760 torr, and then we turn this reference, this toggle switch to the reference connector, the reference position. And what that does is it starts the process. And what happens there is the process starts at whatever reading you're at, say 760 torr, and then slowly evacuates that vessel till it gets down to about between 1 and 2 torr. So this is going on right now, and you can see we're actually about 559 torr. It's been going about an hour. So what will happen is when this gets all the way down to 2 torr, what's going to happen is that this vacuum gauge, which has relays on it, is going to activate this switch. So with this actually very large valve with the over 2 inch orifice, it's going to open up, and this whole area is going to be available for the evacuation. So when this opens, what's going to happen is it's going to be able to evacuate a little bit quicker than it will be able to evacuate through this 3/8 inch in air diameter. Now what happens at 0.5 torr, the other second set point here is going to go off, and then what's going to happen is a blower is actually going to turn on, which is going to allow it to get even lower, and the customer is going to start their process. And then we want to finish up this whole process. What the customer would do is then flick this switch up, and then actually put it in purge mode, and then the whole system will come back up gracefully. So this is an example of a few of our products, our 801BW and our Model 450, working in tandem to achieve this endpoint customer need. Now before this, my understanding is the customer actually would use valves to achieve this kind of ramp rate. And just to let you know kind of what we're doing here, we have another device here, is our Model 201, and what that's doing is it's actually measuring the vacuum as it goes up and comes down, so we can actually graph it. So if we were to look over here on our computer monitor, so this is actually logging to a web browser here, you can actually see that we're kind of coming down nice and easy at that 168 torr per hour rate, and now that we're bleeding, of course, we're coming back up. So what we've showed you is a custom example of some Digivac ingenuity as it applies to vacuum control, and specifically vacuum level control. And we invite you to come and call us up and allow us to participate in your solution. Thank you, and happy vacuuming.